Take your fake papers and get out, boy! Sandra snatched Marcus's passport and ripped it apart. She threw the pieces at his face, then swept his boarding pass off the counter. The documents scattered across the terminal floor like confetti. Sandra stepped on his first-class ticket, grinding her heel into the expensive paper. "Security!" she shouted, pointing at Marcus like he was a criminal. "We have someone trying to use fraudulent documents." Every passenger at gate B12 turned to stare. Phones appeared instantly. A college student went live on TikTok. Business travelers whispered and shook their heads in disgust. At him, not her. Marcus stood motionless in his modest black suit, watching his torn diplomatic passport being trampled by strangers' feet. His leather messenger bag remained perfectly positioned at his side. The 6:47 p.m. crowd pressed closer, hungry for drama. Have you ever been so publicly destroyed that everyone celebrated your humiliation until they learned the truth? Countdown device. Flight 447 to Washington, D.C. boards in 22 minutes. Sandra's voice carried across the terminal with theatrical authority. "Ladies and gentlemen, we're experiencing a security delay due to fraudulent documentation." She gestured toward Marcus like a prosecutor presenting evidence to a jury. College student Zoe Carter adjusted her phone angle, capturing every moment for her TikTok live. The viewer count climbed steadily. 89, 156, 247 people watching in real time. Comments flooded the screen faster than she could read them. "This doesn't look legitimate," Sandra announced, holding up a torn piece of Marcus's passport to the overhead light. She squinted at it with exaggerated suspicion, as if examining a counterfeit bill. "The photo doesn't even match. Look at this poor quality printing." Marcus remained perfectly still. "Ma'am, that's a valid U.S. diplomatic passport issued by the State Department." "Diplomatic?" Sandra's laugh was sharp and mocking. "Right. And I suppose you're some kind of ambassador?" She turned to her colleague Janet Rodriguez, stage whispering loud enough for half the gate to hear. "Third suspicious case this week. They're getting bolder with these fake documents." The boarding announcement crackled overhead. "Flight 447 to Washington Dulles will begin boarding in 20 minutes. Janet nodded knowingly and picked up her radio. "We need supervisor assistance at gate B12. Possible document fraud situation. The subject is claiming diplomatic status." A businessman in a Rolex adjusted his position to get a better view, phone already recording. His expression showed the kind of satisfied disgust people reserve for witnessing someone get what they deserve. Behind him, an elderly woman clutched her pearls and whispered to her companion about people like that trying to scam the system. Marcus's government-issued BlackBerry buzzed insistently in his jacket pocket. The sound was subtle, but Sandra's trained ear caught it immediately. "Sir, please remove any electronic devices and place them on the counter," she commanded. "We need to verify you're not using communication equipment for illegal purposes. Could be coordinating with accomplices." "I'm not required to surrender my phone without probable cause," Marcus replied evenly. Sandra's eyes narrowed. "Are you refusing to cooperate with airline security? Because that's a federal offense under the Aviation Security Act." The crowd murmured approval. Someone behind Marcus muttered,